Hey everybody, welcome to winningruns.com. I'd like to welcome you to our show today from the best arena in the world, Diamond W Arena in Alvarado, Texas. We're welcoming Ad and Lori Waddell from Henrietta, Oklahoma. Ad, as you know, is a three-time NBHA national champion, and his training philosophy is you can't make a horse overnight and you need to be patient. He has trained champion horses that have been to the NFR, Futurities, Derbies, 4Ds. Ad grew up running barrels as a teenager, now professional. He gives lessons and trains horses in Henrietta. Ad today is going to show us how to put a solid foundation on a horse. As you know, the world champion horse standing right here beside us, Risky Chris, belongs to Cappy Allen. Ad has trained this horse, and he's going to show us some of the things that he's had to adapt to as far as with injuries and how he's had to go back to that solid foundation. Ad, Lori, thank you all for coming on.
We appreciate it and enjoy you asking us to be here.
Thank you. Now, Ad, we're here saddled on Chris, and we also thank Cappy for letting us use Chris too as well. And I know she's a very good client of yours. And so tell me exactly what you have on his head, what you're going to school it, because this is a schooling.
Yes.
This is what you're going to school him in.
Okay.
So tell me what you've got on his head.
Okay, well, what I've basically used the same things on him since he was 4 years old that I use now. But right now I've got a little short shank hackamore with the hard nose band tie down, and I use a running martingale on him. He's always been one that when he comes out of his barrel, he'll lift up with his head a little bit. So I've always used a martingale. He's got to stay down in the ground with his shoulder and with his head instead of lifting up when he comes out of a barrel. So as long as I can keep him down on the ground, and that's what this martingale will help allow you to do on certain horses is keep them down and keep them moving.
Well, you use the tie down also, as well as the martingale. So tell me why both are on there so our viewers will know. Like
the tie down, basically, I use the tie down on him where it gives him something to bump up against.
Okay.
If his first reaction a lot of times is to throw that face up, and if I didn't have a tie down on him, then he would still be able to lift that face to a certain extent. So I use the tie down for that, and then that also helps with the martingale to keep everything, to keep that head set and intact for me.
Okay.
And
well, I'll let you just take off and start explaining your solid foundation, and then explain the injuries that he's had and how y'all have had to cope with it. And I'll just back out of the way. All right.
Well, what I always like doing anytime if I'm standing, you know, at a standstill, I don't ever want to rush a horse out of something. I always want him to be patient with me, and I want to be patient with them also. So when I start off from a standstill, then I'm gonna just ease them off and just go around, and I'm never gonna just try to get right into them at the very beginning. I'm gonna just walk them around for a moment and give them a chance to sort of feel me as I'm going around, and give them a chance to adjust to what I'm fixing to start asking them to do. I just don't go right into a job for them. So as I'm going around, I start with my inside line. If I'm going around to the left, my inside line will be my left line. So I'll start getting into their body a little bit. What I always want a horse to do is break right behind this jaw for me. If I can control what I'm feeling right in here, then it don't always matter how much give I'm trying to get in this neck. If I can break them right behind this jaw, then I can break them in the shoulder along with this rib cage and along with holding this inside leg up under them as I'm going. So I want to be able to get into them and feel them break for me right behind their jaw, and I'm going to keep my hands down toward their wither, where as I'm going around, I'm getting them level and not picking up and pulling up on them. I'm just making them break across level. Like right there, he's breaking for me right behind this jaw, and I can get him giving right in the shoulder, and I want to feel him go around nice and relaxed. I don't want to feel him go around in a hurry. If he's going to start going around in a hurry, then I'm just going to snug up on him and make him relax as I'm going around. But I get into him like that, just at a walk, and then as I get into them and get them given to me at a walk, then I'll eventually pick it up to a trot. But the biggest thing is, if you can't go around on a horse at a walk and him giving to you and being relaxed at a walk and doing what you're asking them to, like right there, I'm asking them to break and give, and then I can go around in a little circle while he's giving, just like I'm turning a barrel, and just let him step right on around just like that, step right on around in that shoulder. If I can't get him doing that for me at a walk, then there's no use in me trying to pick it up at a trot. I'm just defeating myself, and I'm not teaching the horse nothing. So I always want to be able to get into them, whether it's at a walk or a trot, whatever I'm asking this horse to do, or asking any horse to do, I want him doing it correctly at that pace. So he's given to me at a walk, so I'm going to pick him up to a trot, and I want to feel a lot of reach in one. The more reach and movement I can get in his body, the more freedom I can get. And the more freedom I got in his body when I do take all of this to a barrel, then the more movement I'm going to get in that barrel, and the more reach I'm going to get around that barrel. So I'm going to go around and get him given to me at this trot, and just breaking right behind this jaw and giving to me in that neck, and this is just all a part of my foundation that I start putting on one. And then I'll lead him off, like this is my inside line. I just lead him off, and then gradually let him come around. Lead him off straight, get him given a little bit, and just gradually come around just like I'm going to turn a barrel. Then if I feel him getting a little tighter to me in that body in any kind of way, I'll go back around in a circle and just get him, always get him paying attention and get him given to you. When I feel him relaxing with that, then I'll go back around in a circle, just pick me out a spot anywhere out in the open, just like I'm going toward a barrel, then gradually come around with it.